And we should be going out now, guys. I'm
Uh-oh.
hoping.
We are live.
Going out now, guys. Right.
Yep, we're good.
I hope we're all well. Us idiots back again. So we'll see who comes in. I'm not getting chat through at the minute for some reason.
I'll keep an eye on it.
I won't worry, it'll come through when it comes through.
Yeah, we're live now.
So it'll probably need one of you guys to just tell me who's in chat. But yeah, how's you guys this week?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't a bad week.
Good.
A little bit longer of a work week than usual, but can't complain about overtime.
Yeah. You can complain if you want, mate, but nobody will listen to you. You know that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and the old pocketbook don't complain either, so.
All right, I'm starting to get on. I've got you guys coming through on messages now, so that's the stuff. That's good. Right. I can't even remember what I said we were going to talk about, so it's probably going to be a complete load of bollocks. We can talk about. I will talk, or Bill will talk, because he's taking more notes than I have, about the government side of things and the bans and all of that.
Oh,
I know, yeah, and I know I say it every week, everybody's getting fed up with it, and yes, it is boring. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
But it is something we need to consider because it is a reality, so it is going to happen. I do want to talk on this show, if nobody's got any problems with it. I want to talk a little bit about mental health. And possibly include the music side of mental health. Not necessarily the music I listen to, whatever music you listen to, whether that is creating music or whether it is using music as a way of like soothing your head and getting anything out of your head that things you can sort of hear, because it's something I use. So that's something. I will do a little bit later on, and I will talk about Expo as well, because Expo, yes, you certainly can, Lisa. You can definitely contribute to the mental health this week. I know you've had a bit of not a great week, so at least you got out today. So advocacy, Mr. Bill, what is going on? What is going on?
what is going on? Well, the vaping bills had its second reading. Vaping and smoking bills had its second reading, so it's now goes to committee stage.
Yep.
That's the one where they want to try and make it illegal for anybody who is 15 now to ever buy cigarettes or vapes.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit counterintuitive in my mind.
Big brother to you.
It's not going to work. New Zealand's abandoned it because they realised all it did was open up a black market.
Which we said about last week.
Yeah.
And the market's already here. It's ready. The people in question who are in the black market are ready and waiting to go.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they've got their stock's already there. You know that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're more than ready.
I was going to say this on last week's show and I forgot. If you had a child, which obviously Tyler has children, I have children, well, all of us do in it. Your son or daughter goes out like we did, being inquisitive little shits that they always are, and they go out and they pick a packet of cigarettes up and they start smoking, you're not going to be happy. If they go out and they pick a vape up, you're not going to be happy as a parent.
No.
But there's a but there. If that is a device controlled by the governments, a regulated at maximum 20 milligram device, I wouldn't be happy about it, and Gwendolyn would be in a whole world of fucking shit. But I would be happier, if I'm honest. I know I shouldn't say that, even if it's underrated. I would be happier with that than her picking a pack of cigarettes up. I don't know about you guys, how you guys feel about it.
No, I'm the same way about it, Matt. It's a decision to really be at, especially as a parent. You know, because you don't want your kids doing anything. You don't want them smoking. You don't want them vaping. You don't want them drinking. But we're also not naive and stupid either.
Yeah.
Kids are going to get a hold of stuff, no matter what. I don't care. Kids are going to get a hold of something.
Of course they are.
I'd much rather see my kid pick up a vape than a pack of cigarettes. Do I want them doing
Likewise.
Well, of course not. But I also have seen the health differences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I haven't got any.
What they love to forget is whatever we put an adult prohibition on,
Riley.
kids will be more interested in.
Well, what
As
happened with
as
that?
soon as you put an adult prohibition on it, kids become curious.
What happened, and Leo and Lisa would definitely be on board with this one, really. As soon as they put the prohibition 18 plus black and white sticker on an album, right? You'd go into you'd go into HMV and you go, you know, who is it? Oh, I don't know, but it's got the black and white sticker. I go,
Yeah.
because it's being naughty. Oh, I can get away with that. So our kids are no different. It doesn't matter what you do or say with them. They're going to be little shits. We all know, you know. I'm not saying we don't love them, but they're going to be little shits.
There you go, Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the noise.
We knew the good albums. We knew the good stuff. If you make it a prohibition on, like Bill said, if you make it a prohibition, people are naturally going to want to go and do that. Be that on alcohol, 1930s America, that worked well.
Right.
That worked really well, yeah.
Made a lot of money for certain people.
Now I can walk in the store and buy 15 different flavors of vodka.
But nobody's don't even get me started on the flavored alcohol.
I know. I had to poke the bear a little bit, but
we are not doing another. I've done 24-hour show, so I'm not doing one on that. But you're right. you are right. You know that it's okay to do it on that.
Well, that's where the flavor piss you off, to be honest. Like it is. It's not even a frustration. It actually pisses you off when you think, well, if they went through all this already with alcohol, you went through the prohibition era, you went through the taxation, you went through everything, and look where it ended up being. Yeah.
On top of that, of course, now we have the energy drink thing, the whole energy drink thing with some of the very high contents of taurine and other chemicals that are in those that are causing diabetes, they're causing kidney and liver damage, they're causing heart problems in young kids. But I don't know about
I make my coffee strong.
Yeah.
I can pick up an energy drink that's 5 times stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very well.
Well, I mean, before my health started going down again, I drank energy drinks every day for about 15 years.
Yeah.
And then you see what it did to me after the fact.
Yeah.
But they're always very careful what they put on the can. You notice it's always bright colours. I'm not picking any particular make, but it's always very bright.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, buddy. It's always bright colours. It's always the same type of thing. you know, gives you massive energy, monster energy, whatever you want to call it. Nowhere on there does it give you a warning, apart from if you turn it round and get a magnifying scope and read the very, very small writing at the bottom. Certain things in this may cause, and then it goes through a whole list of nasty disorders.
I don't think they've got a large enough can that they can put that on, to be honest.
I think it's crazy, and you probably deal with it more than any of us three. Obviously, with the bus doing, driving buses, I've no doubt you get that on buses quite a lot of the kids.
Yeah, but there are still a few that are drinking energy drinks. But I must admit, recently I haven't seen as many disposables, especially around the bus station, thrown on the floor, or there's been any chucked away on the bus. There hasn't been as many as there used to be. So whether some of them are stopping, or whether some of them are disposing of them properly, or I don't know. But there's always still a few kids that have got one in their hand or in their pocket. But they're tending to now, I think from what I've been seeing, they're tending to switch slightly from disposables to refillables, from what I've seen. Whether they've actually confessed to their parents that, look, yeah, Mum, I am vaping. Can you get me something? Can you get me something rather than throwing it away? That's I think whether they're doing that.
Then you're back to, is it wrong for a parent to buy an underage child a vaping product? Yes.
Yes, it is. But would it not be more beneficial if they were to vape rather than smoking?
They tried pulling the one like they did with other things, and I think it was America did it. I think. Sorry, Tyler, I'm picking on America again. I think it was the States did it when they said about the cannabis thing, that it was the gateway drug.
Oh, yeah.
If you smoked cannabis, if you ever smoked cannabis, you weren't going to end up on crack cocaine or methamphetamine. No.
It's like those old commercials from the 70s, 60s, 70s, about that time. I mean, up through the 90s, honestly, where it was, this kid smoked pot, Johnny smoked pot one time. Johnny now is severely depressed and does methamphetamines on the weekends.
If anybody ever get a chance, go and watch. They're all on YouTube because they're absolutely fucking hilarious. I don't know what planet the people on who did those videos.
They're a good laugh. They are a good laugh.
They have definitely been taking something. Yeah, true, Mark. That is, of course, the issue is the disposables.
Illegal, yeah.
Illegal disposables. That are TDP compliant, but they're 15,000 puffs. Hold on.
Make up your mind. this 60 milligram 19 milliliter disposable is TPD compliant.
Yeah.
Since when?
Exactly.
Well, we know you're special, Lisa. Definitely special, yes. The starting an anxiety attack in your sleep. I've never heard of that one. Never, personally. It doesn't surprise me because I've had the whole sleep where you're waking up in a full-on panic attack and that side of it. But
yeah,
that's interesting when you wake up and you think you're having a heart attack. That's great fun. But
I had one earlier. It was lovely. It was one of those ones where you start feeling your heart go up and you go, "Oh, it's going to happen." You just unfortunately you just know. And
the thing is what I think is worse about the whole panic attack and anxiety thing is, because it does roll into one, is it's happening, it's coming, You know you're going to have one. So you think to yourself, right, I'll try and calm myself down. Doesn't matter what you do. You cannot stop it.
No.
It's weird, really weird the way the brain works. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not sure I believe that bit, Lee, but it's just weird the way it works, and it's mental health is I want to talk about mental health from the simple fact that I'm sick and tired, and I've read quite a bit of it lately of this celebrity mental health. There's one for you. That celebrities who have mental health think they have the right to come out with so much crap about mental health. They've had maybe a few anxiety attacks, which isn't nice, or depression, again, isn't nice. But it almost belittles the normal people who suffer with mental health, whatever that mental health it is, be it depression, anxieties, panic attacks, night terrors, leading all the way up to what are considered more serious disorders. Bipolar, which God knows how many of those different ones of those there are, and schizophrenia the same. So you've got all these disorders, but the celebrities are using it to get sympathy and get more people on their TikTok and Instagrams. And of course, the kids watch that, and then kids discover, if I have a mental health problem, I can get more out of life. There's one for you. That's the dangerous bit with mental health at the minute.
And you got the rest of us been dealing with it for all these years that go, God, I would do anything to live without it.
Mate, I would love to deal with, I don't think I'd know what to do with myself because of the medication and everything. I don't know what, but you've got people like Lisa, who I'm going to say, I'm not going to say an exact time, but Lisa's had mental health and dealt with it a long time. Lee's had bouts of depression. I think most of the people in here have suffered with either depression, anxieties, or other forms of depression, of mental health. And that also, of course, it also includes things along the mental health side, which are not to be forgotten: ADHD, Asperger's. They're just naughty kids. No, they're not naughty kids. Their brainwaves work in a completely different way to ours.
Yeah.
Oh, Bill's definitely do. But say,
well, I'm not arguing.
You can't. That's why. But it is. I feel sorry for any kids growing up who've got obviously going through that. First of all, they've got to try and prove that there is something wrong, that it's something genuinely wrong, which I think is wrong in a way. It's no wonder they do that. It's really cruel, and we've got a good mental health system. If it's the States, I dread to think what trying to get a child diagnosed in America must be like. It must be.
And the also unfortunate thing is the waiting lists for educational psychologists are as long as your arm. It's unreal.
Yeah, I remember you because obviously we spoke about it before, Craig. It's horrendous, isn't it?
So much so the only way you can get any further with it is sometimes if you have to actually pay for it yourself.
Yeah, but you're looking at your child thinking, somebody, no, there's nothing I can do as a parent. And I know, Tyler's in the same position. Tyler's got sort of children.
Well, over here it's real difficult too, Max. You've got two types of doctors here. You've got the I want evidence. I want proof. I want this, that, and your mother's maiden name to prove that your kid has this, that, or the other. And then you got the type of doctor that says, okay, cool. You think he might have this? Well, let's start him on this medication, and this medication, and see what happens.
Because it goes down
with no evaluation, with no actual study into the child's mental health.
Yeah, then you of course you're putting the child on a lifetime supply of drugs, and you're paying the system for those drugs in America. No parent wants to see their child having to take medication. No parent. I'm sorry, but no. I know there are cases where parents are like that, you know, but no, not the average parent does not want to see their child going through all this.
Well, not to mention the side effects that you're putting on these kids.
Not forgetting the side effects that having a child who can't control their emotions. They can't control their emotions. And it puts you in that position of everybody's looking at the child and doing like the old person thing, like it's the child's fault. Well, no, that's not their fault. Give them a fucking break, mind your own business.
Yeah. I mean, you get kids like I was who've got a dual problem. I'm sat there, undiagnosed bipolar.
Yeah.
Asperger's wasn't even recognized when I was a kid. Yet I had both. And I've had both of those conditions most of my life.
Yeah.
Did they affect me at school? Massively. But you've got conditions at both ends of the spectrum, and then they'll meet in the middle, and when the two meet in the middle, you explode.
Yeah. And then you've got all the little things like food, you know, phobias over food and textures and colours. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's just a never-ending circle of doom. And it's not the kids' fault. It's not. It's not their fault. It's where society needs to be a bit more understanding towards them, towards kids, which I think it is nowadays. But I think there's still a long way to go. I think there's a long, long way to go for kids to help them. But big media doesn't help it.
No. But a lot of these ADHD, Asperger's, ADD, other autistic spectrum disorders, they've only been recognized in the last 20 to maybe 30 years. They weren't ever recognized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Bill, I'm 31, and even in my age group, that until I was at least a teenager, that wasn't even thought of for the most part.
No, it's been more recent years that all of this has started to build.
Yeah. I was finally diagnosed with Asperger's when I was 39. That's something I've had since. That's something I've had since I was little.
Yeah.
You know, that will have started before I even started school.
Oh yeah.
There's no recognition of it whatsoever.
Here's one for them. Here's one for thought. How many cases of people over the years where they've had ADHD, autism of some sort, have been actually locked up and in asylums? Because I have one person right off the top of my head that I can think of straight away, locked away for most of their lives when it was something that was actually treatable. And there was a famous painter in the UK called Richard Dade. Bill might know who Richard Dade is. Richard Dade was sent to Broadmoor Mental Institution at the age of 9 for setting fire to a haystack. It's now reckoned, because they said at the time that he had, what was it, mental infirmities. Old way of saying you've lost the plot. And they sent him there at the age of 9, and that's where he died. He was 80, he was 83 or 84. That's not a fucking system. That's not how to treat people with mental health. No. We don't need to be locking people away. And there's still a bit of that attitude about.
But do you think it's also gotten better because there's been more funding available for people to realise these things?
I think it's got a lot better. I would like to see it getting better in schools.
So would I.
Yeah.
No, I know you would. From the fact that as much as schools have a lot to do, and most of them do a good job, there's still an element of it, well, it's not our job. Well, why haven't you got someone there in that school who is willing to take on a course and go and train in things like the autism and the ADHD and so on? So if they have a child who is showing signs, they can go, whoa, hold on a minute. What, how's your son or daughter at home? Is this behaviour seen at home? And then go from there. That way, you're not the parent isn't having to go to the school and the school saying, oh, well, they're doing this at school. Then you go eventually get in to see your doctor. The doctor ums and ahs for 6 months before they even write a letter to try and get you in.
Mm-hmm.
2-3 years at least.
Yeah.
In the meantime, that child's education. Forget it. That's no way to treat a child.
Yeah. The CAMS waiting list in my area is about 4 years.
Yeah. And that's not, I'm not being funny, Bill, yours is not a busy area.
No.
If you go to a much busier or an area that is populated so that the NHS is smaller there, it's even worse. Unless you're willing to travel and go to specialist people, which not everybody can afford to do.
I'll say here now, to see CAMS, you've got to travel 50 miles because they closed down the unit in Scarborough. So the nearest one now is York, or you've got to go out of county.
Yeah.
Which is a different local authority. Yeah.
And then it's getting them to fund going out of county.
Which they won't want to anyway, because it's out of county.
I mean, with where you are down, the very south, Craig, I would have thought it's quite similar down there.
Yeah, well, we were told in one of our meetings, there's 2,400 in her side of the school. They've got 2 sites. There's 2,400 in my daughter and son's school. 20% of them have special education requirements. 20% of them. And they've got 2 sites.
This comes back to we need, and it's no good people saying the government aren't doing their job, blame whoever. The government are trying to do their job. But we need to get the money in the right places. As a country, we need to stop spending money out on importing, shall I say, cases where they're from out of the UK and giving them medical health treatment for free. And we need to give it to our people who live in this country. This, I'm not being racist, I'm just stating a fact. And we need to treat our people. It's that old charity begins at home thing.
No, you're absolutely right though, Matt. It's one of those, you say every area around the world has their own local government associated with what those certain people.
Yeah.
If all those people aren't taken care of first, why are we outsourcing to help more people if we can't help our own people?
Well, there's been, I'm not going to say particular cases, but there's cases, and people could look them up, of a woman having a difficult pregnancy who's from Syria, for instance. So the UK government, in their wisdom, have gone, it's all right, we'll put on the cake, we'll save the day. No, I'm not being cruel to anybody Syrian or that person, but that is a Syrian problem, not a UK problem. We've got enough UK problems we need to solve. We don't need to be solving their problems. Let's treat our own people in this country and people with our men who've got mental health. And it's an unpopular thing, because then you get all of the lefty people saying, "Oh, you can't be like that." Well, no, I'm just being practical. It's just being honest. People in this country should come first.
Well, people always assume when you talk about this type of stuff that you're taking a dig at somebody else or another country or religion or whatever. That's not what this is by any means.
It's not. We have a good mental health system in the UK. When I will say that, we do. Unfortunately, it is massively overstretched. Massively overstretched.
I mean,
it's crazy. Crazy.
Now, could that be due to the fact of people maybe not on it being fully honest and saying that they have anxiety and depression when they may not necessarily have it to that extent? But are taking those services away because it looks good for them on paper, that it can give them a mental health day off at work, or that sort of thing.
I don't for that.
Not that I'm begrudging anyone.
You don't want to assume, Craig. That's thing. You never want to assume. But there are people out there like that.
I agree. I agree, Craig. I think there are. I would sort of 90% agree that yes, there are definitely people out there. Hold on a minute. Oh, they got a week off because they said they had depression. All of a sudden, they've got depression. We know it goes on. It does go on.
Yeah.
And if anybody is doing that, I don't think anyone in here would be doing that. But if anybody else is doing that, no, that's wrong. Especially when
people that need those mental health days and actually need a day off here and there. Then all of a sudden, everybody was looked at like, well, do you really have a problem? Or are you taking the day off because you don't want to come into work? No, some of us really have problems and need a day away.
Yeah.
Like Lisa just said, as soon as you go to the NHS or doctor and you say, I'm having this trouble, I'm having depression, I want to kill myself or whatever. As soon as you say that, the red flags go up with the NHS. Oh, we better do something. Great, that's brilliant. Yes, they're doing the right thing. But the problem is, if that person's lying about it, that's wasting the time of the National Health Service. Same in America with professionals. It's wasting their time. So those people who are suffering in silence or really do need some help, whatever, you'll have to deal with it and wait.
I'll say for me, a simple example. A few years ago, I make no bones about it. Yes, I'm on benefits. I'm on ESA. Because first of all, medication I'm on means I can't walk into a workshop and do my job.
You walk into a door, though.
Yeah, last time I did that. But I lost my ESA, so I had to go and sign on for job seekers. First time I went in there, I had the most monumental panic attack while I was there, which took 3 hours for someone who's a specialist to calm me down from.
Yeah.
And she goes, right, I'm assigning you to this caseworker because she's particularly good at helping people with your problems. Next week, I'll go in, signing date. You go, right. First thing I was asked was, how many times did you throw up before you could even walk out the door? Because she recognized it was causing me so much anxiety that I was literally throwing up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I goes, how did you know? And she goes, your eyes tell me straight away. Because of the way my eyes were red and puffed up. She
And
said,
watering, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she then went and got permission to put in a formal recognition that I couldn't work.
Yeah.
And I got my ESA back very quickly. She said, look, we'll start the claim from fresh. We won't appeal it. We'll just go from fresh. It'll be faster. But I've got permission to put in a formal recognition of your problems. So I got the right help. But a lot of the job centres don't do that.
They might also not necessarily. Sorry, Bill.
A lot of the schools don't have Senkos who can do similar.
Yeah. But all of that is also down to funding and the training for them as well. Because they can't afford the funding and they can't afford time off for the people to do the training anyway, as well.
I mean, there are other wings of and ways of getting help. If it's going to sound really bad, this, if you're lucky and you're ex-military or ex-services, there's quite a few things open to you in the UK. Unfortunately, those are mainly for service members, which they should be, and they should be there. But as Lisa said, she uses holistic methods, which some people don't believe, some people do. But a lot of the holistic ways can help, but it don't cure it.
Does it help, Lisa?
I think holistic can help calm the situation. Obviously, depending on what the situation is, but
right.
It all comes back to money, as it always does. It always does.
It
comes back to the money, and the government need to somehow sort a system out that works better than it does at the minute. I haven't got the answer.
The other problem we've got, though, is the NHS has a shortage of trained counsellors, trained psychiatrists. They have a roughly 30% of positions unfilled because they cannot get staff. So if you ever want to find a career, go and train as a proper counsellor. Go and train as a psychiatrist. Okay, it's a long training process, but there's guaranteed work.
Yeah.
That said, it's stressful work.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because the burnout rate for counsellors is massive.
Oh, it's got to be astronomical. Yeah.
Would be, yeah.
And then, of course, you've got the problem is if, and this is the whole, if it's depression, you know, the slide of mental health, of the sort of depression, anxiety, blah, 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 all the way up the scale. The way it works and the way the system works is only certain, like only a consultant psychiatrist can deal with somebody like me because it's complicated for anyone else. So it's too
Evening, Pasty.
evening. It is too complicated to be given to a counsellor, and that isn't belittling a counsellor in any way. They do a wonderful job, and they're wonderful people. But of course, consultant psychiatrist automatically means a hell of a lot more wages, and a lot more. You know, it's going to cost a lot more to train them.
Yeah.
What comes back is it's this vicious circle of money every time, and
Oh yeah.
it's an evil circle.
Yeah. Because my bipolar, I hit exactly the same problem. 3 years ago now, is it? 4 years ago when I had my last breakdown. Bearing in mind, this was a breakdown while I'm mentally regulated with medication. I was given the contact numbers for self-referral. And they go, all right, you're bipolar, we don't deal with that. Pass you on to the next one. Oh, you're bipolar, we can't deal with that. Pass you on to the next one. Oh, we've got issues because of a previous consultant to our practice. We can't deal with you. So I went around the houses and I went through about 6 different groups of people before I got a counsellor who could help.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you there, Lisa. Yeah, that's exactly what is needed. Is so that you've got kind of a gateway, a gatekeeper, if you like, so that if somebody is obviously trying it on, should we say, of which there are people who fake mental health. Why you want to fake mental health, I don't know. You can have mine for nothing.
You're welcome to mine.
Why you'd want to fake it is beyond me, but people do, and unfortunately, every one of those that does that, it costs time for the rest of the people, you know, the rest of the system, time and money.
It's not even just that, Matt. Think about over here. You say for an example, 25% of people with mental health are not actually in need of medication. They're on medication, but they aren't really in need of medication. We now have a shortage of those medications for everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard my sister say more than one time she goes to pick up my niece and nephew's ADHD medication, and they can't get it.
There's another
Which
thing
then
as
also
well.
puts up the price.
Oh yeah.
There's another thing. The people who try it on mean that they get spotted, they get caught out.
Yeah.
Then those who do have genuine problems get tarred with the same brush. Oh, he's just trying it on. He's just trying to get out of whatever.
I'm not saying
I've had consultants turn to me and go, there is no way you are going back to work. Full stop. Not, oh, you might be able to do this. They've just gone, there is no way you could go back to a normal 9-to-5 routine job. I was able to carve out a bit of a career, but it was entirely voluntary.
Yeah.
Doing something where I had the control over when I could work, where I could work.
Yeah.
But you cannot get a normal job that does that.
No.
They don't exist. You have to fit into somebody else's schedule.
Yeah,
The way my brain works, the way Matt's brain works, you can't fit somebody else's schedule. It doesn't work.
No, it's not going to work. And it leads us kind of on to the other thing, just to cheer people up a bit. That's another thing. Yeah, sometimes people just need to be heard. You know, need to talk, which is a good thing. Like the group, this group is.
Yeah.
And I know some people find it hard to talk, but you'd be surprised if you know you can trust people and you know that you can talk to them about whatever it might be, even if it's slow starting. Just say, you know, I'm having a shit day. Oh, why having a shit day? And just start from there and just go at your own speed.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, there's things that I wouldn't tell most people that I've told the private group.
Yeah.
You know, because you can trust people.
I think leads us on to the whole expo thing. Some people will be going to expo. I shan't be bothering. I don't think Lee and Lisa are going this year. But I could be going. Maybe in October, maybe depending. I don't know yet. But yeah, Craig's going. I don't think Bill's going. I don't think we'll be asked.
Chance.
Expo's going to be what it'll be. But I thought I'd bring up about the expo rules. There's like a group of rules that I would recommend to people. Make sure you take your own drinks. Make sure you take water because you're going to use a lot of it. Comfortable shoes. Jesus Christ, wear comfortable shoes. If you see Mark H, run. No. Say hello to it. That's it.
I would say if you do see Mark H, duck from his neck elbow.
Yep. Alternatively, duck, drop, and swing an elbow straight into his solar plexus. But you know,
I would also say be very wary of where you put your mod down.
Oh God, yeah.
Because there have been instances and bags.
Yeah, if you're taking anything like cameras.
Yeah.
One of those, you can slip that over your wrist. Makes it a bit harder for anybody unless you can take your arm. But mods, keep them in pockets. Obviously,
I've heard of a lot of mods just disappearing over at Expo.
Yeah,
there has been in the past. Yeah.
Well, it won't be a problem for Lisa with mods because, like she said, she does vape. So if we see Lisa with a mod, we know what she's been up to. The thing is, there is that side of it, which is the bad side of the vaping thing. There's that you do get some individuals there who are not very nice. There's also a lot of good people to go to Expo, and you can have a really, really good day, so long as you don't buy drink food, because you'll end up skinned very quickly.
Yeah.
We drink, take anything you want in with you. Food, the same, because the prices in Expo are extortionate. I think the water they're probably up to £4 a bottle. So take your own. Shoes, whatever you find normally comfortable to wear. Don't wear loads of stuff. Take a rucksack with like a fleece or something in it. Keeps you warm, but you can take it off. Main thing, enjoy it. I think.
Oh yeah. especially with how people's anxieties are. That we're just getting into summer, we're getting out of those winter depressions and everything.
Yeah.
People might.
Yeah, okay, Mark. Yeah, we believe that.
I agree.
Yeah, I believe that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Till he gets
Yeah.
there and see all the big mods come out.
Oh, there's a Mac. Oh, I love that one. Oh, another Mac. I love that one.
I completely agree with this, Mark. I completely agree with your principle. How you come out with that, though, is beyond me.
It's never worked yet, Mark.
I'll say he tries at every expo, doesn't he?
What he's trying to do is convince us. Then he can convince himself. You see.
Yeah.
It's not working.
And then he's got to try and convince the bank manager afterwards.
But then he could also turn around and say that it's for research purposes for possible stock in the shop.
You've just
There you
given
go,
him.
Mark. There's another good excuse.
Don't give him more excuses.
I know we don't need any excuses anyway, but
The show after expo, we will be having a GoFundMe for Mark H.
Just so we can have dinner.
yeah, the show after the expo is going to be competition run. Yeah.
Yes, lucky
Now,
that.
could you imagine the bank phoning you the next morning? Did you really spend $2,000 yesterday? I mean,
I know, if I remember rightly, I know how much Mark spent last year.
Also, take cash with you because not all of them take card. And the cash machines, I think, in October, I don't think they were working.
No.
But they also charge you like £3, £4 to withdraw your cash out as well.
Yeah.
The main thing,
add to that, their card machines don't work when you get there.
Lisa said about certain people, I know what she's on about, and yeah, that certain person is a dickhead. But anyway,
Is that a former postman?
No, not related to that. But anyway, there are certain people there who I don't know. You might not get on for whatever reason. But if you want to go and see the reviewers that you like or want to meet, go up and talk to them. Most of them are pretty decent people, to be fair.
Yeah.
I've talked nearly. There's not many I haven't met in person, and not many that I haven't talked to on a personal level. Bogan, if you want to go up to Sam, don't go up to him swearing and calling him Bogan. Just walk up to him and call him Sam, because that fucks him up far more. Because as you say Sam, he goes. But Sam is a nice guy. I don't know who's going. I don't even know if Vic's going this year, is he?
I think Vic is. I know he has said that he's going. I know Bunny and Darren are doing it, yeah.
I know.
Would assume. I think Gaz is going. I know. Yeah. I think Hayden will be going. I think Mark's going. Mark Crew.
Yeah.
I'm sure BFG will be there as well, probably.
Oh, Stevie boy.
I think there's a few others going.
Yeah, I think he's. Yeah, I think Vic's got the money sorted now. So he's going.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he did say he was going.
He's got a GoFundMe campaign for a small Scottish viewer. Go fund a midget.
Just remind him he's got to take his fishing rod next time.
Yeah. I think Mike Vapes is going to be there. Aiden's going with, oh, Stuart's over, is he?
Yes, sure, Valentine's over, yeah.
So they let him out of Australia. The problem is now is, are they going to let Stuart back
Would
in?
they let him in with the stuff that he'll take back? Yeah.
Would I let Stuart back in? Got rid of him. We might as well keep him out now. I don't know. Yeah, I think, like I say, I think Mike Vapes is going, because I know Mike's got some new bits out and some new stuff coming out by all accounts.
Well, he'll probably be there with Thunderhead Creations if they're going to be there.
Yeah.
Probably.
I haven't heard the Brown Green's going.
I haven't heard much.
I
know
think he said something about there was another show he was going to go to, or he had something going on.
I know Grim at the minute's got a lot going on with his pop, hasn't he? With his dad.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
His dad's. I don't think Grim will mind me saying, because he said it on his show, but his dad's got dementia, and so he's not very well, bless him.
His dad's got to be what, in his 80s now? 80s, 90s?
He's well in his 80s, yeah.
Yeah.
So, just trying to think who else usually goes. I don't know about Matt from Sutton on Mod. I don't know. I've not heard anything from Matt for ages, to be fair.
Matt is more on the cannabis side of things over here now.
Yeah.
He's kind of switched his push a bit.
Right.
I think Mick Beavers is there as well.
Yeah.
Ben M will be there, yeah.
You know, Pugs and they're all going to be there.
Yeah, Pugs is there.
Yeah, apparently they've got a stand fluid, some liquid called fluid. Yeah, apparently
I
they're
think I've heard about it, but they don't ship it to America, so I wouldn't know.
Fluid, is that fluid? The pound liquid?
No, it's about a quarter.
I'll wreck you.
Shy Tots are there as usual.
Yeah.
Jane's there.
I think Mr.
You'll have at least 2 coil builders. There's usually 2 or 3 there every year.
Yeah. Shrek's there more than likely.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he was saying the other day that he's actually paid for his room, so yeah, he is going to be there. I think he's only there Friday, Saturday, going home Sunday, I think. I'm sure he said.
Hasn't Fox got a stand with someone else though? I'm sure I saw somewhere they've got a stand with somebody. I can't think who it was. Yeah, I think G's going. G's lovely. I love G to bits. He's fucking awesome.
I don't know. There's caveats to G. He actually introduced me to you, so I don't know. I don't know if I like G every day.
Oh gosh, so that'll be you lot eating like the mildest curries going. If Aiden goes, make sure you get him to have a file, just because it'd be hilarious.
Certainly be hilarious the following morning.
Not for who he's spending the room with.
True.
I think Blazing Vapes is only there on the Saturday.
Yeah.
I think Ian Above the Clouds is there.
If you see a man around,
Ian's normally working for somebody, isn't he?
Yeah. If you do see a man walking around with one leg and an eye patch and a parrot on his shoulder, that will be the Black Country Vapor.
Black Country Vapor, yeah.
I know Stevie's going, and if you see Stevie, walk up to him and make pirate jokes at him, because he'll know it's come off me. Stevie is a fucking, he's a really nice guy, Stevie. Absolutely lovely. But for him, it's only down the road, so I know he'll be going.
Yeah, the same applies to Stevie, to Steve.
Dilligaff,
No,
BFG,
no.
the Brummy.
Does the show with Ian?
Oh,
Blazing Beats.
yeah, Blazing. I can't remember his name. Yeah, I know who you mean. Yeah, yeah. No, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. I think that's covered pretty much anybody, but most of them are going. Yes, a few people to dodge, Lee. Yeah, a few people to dodge. Steve, thank you, Mark.
That's the one.
It's a complicated name to remember. No, I like Steve. He's all right.
It should be interesting this year.
Yeah, Gaz will be wandering around trying to flog this new mod that he's building.
I'm keeping my own counsel on that.
His giant Lego brick. Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
great.
No, if I was going to call Gaz a prick, I would call him a prick. I called it a brick. Gaz isn't. I like Gaz. I really do. I think Gaz he's never been involved in any of this, like any of the drama stuff. Gaz has always tried to keep himself chill. Oh, Nick's over, is he? Yeah, I think Jenny is working with Jane on the stand.
Yeah.
She usually does. I'm going to ask a question. Anybody actually seen anything worth getting this week? Had a deathly silence rolled across.
No, to be honest.
No.
Like I said, besides a couple sites having sales over here, nothing. It's nothing new.
It's all old stuff.
Well, yeah. It's relatively new. It's only 3 years old.
Right.
That's a bit like going into Totally Ripped Off.
That's true. I've not seen anything that I've looked at recently and thought, yeah, nothing.
No. I'm still waiting for that IPv mod to arrive from one.
Still?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Getting a little peeved on that.
I'm very, very surprised. And but I don't think anybody else has had theirs, have they?
No. No, nobody's had them.
I must admit, I did find myself looking at the Revival mech from Modmaker again, purely because at £100 UK, that's a bargain. Well, 700 mech. I call that a bargain. You know, and I know it's a good mech because I know Mark's been using it pretty much non-stop. So that says a lot.
Yeah.
I did look at the Typhoon GT5 the other day. I was thinking about buying another one. And then I thought, no, 170 quid for an RTA is a bit expensive.
170.
Oh yeah.
Well, you've got
That
to
would
remember,
be three. That'd be three competition wins for me.
you've got to remember that the Soy Mesto 5, that was 130 quid.
I was going to say that. Yeah, the K funds started at 110.
Yeah, you could get a cheap iPhone for
Mm.
I've always wanted, and I've neglected that, and a couple of companies have got them in, but I just can't. They've got the K-Fun 5 squared, which is the RDL version, in midnight black. But fuck me, 160 quid. It's like
Yeah, it's a lot of brass.
you realise why when you actually take one to bits, because the quality of the machining on them is unreal. Unbelievable quality.
Oh,
Is it 160 quid?
I did see that new .aio that they're releasing.
I don't like the style of it.
No.
It doesn't, to me, and it's fucking expensive.
Yeah. Well, it was because I had the email from .mod. It's $170 for the Pro kit, which includes their new V3 tank, and it also includes a modular bit for the borrows. Now, to be honest, I would rather go on to the likes of eSeg 1 and get the new revision of the billet box, which is 120 quid, which actually also comes with the adapter, which comes with the 510 adapter, and also the cage that you can use for the .aios. I'd rather get that instead.
Why do you want that, which is the dot,
Mm.
2.5 mil, when you can have a full-size 4.0 tank, which generally speaking is around 4.5 to 5
Yeah.
mil? It makes sense to me to go. I've got it around here somewhere. It's not on my there we go. To just go and buy that.
Yeah.
And it's the right way up, that way. The dot. I mean, I've got dot mods and I like them, but they're just. If they put a 5 mil tank in a dot mod, then yeah, I think that would have
wouldn't it be quite an achievement?
It's possible if you take the dot mod to bits and look where the
I know
voice
that
is,
I know that Fagan did a sort of presentation video on it. I don't think that battery thing would hold up that long.
I just don't like the dot mod's kind of like classic. It's just it just works. Whereas it's got like that, you follow the side and it's got like a lumpy bit sticking out the side like that.
Yeah.
Oh, we better stick a bit on here. It's like make the whole mod wider.
Yeah.
They probably will sell them. They will sell them. I'm sure they will. But they'll be good quality because dot mod do make good quality stuff.
Yeah.
True.
I think it's butt fucking ugly, personally.
Yeah, it does look ugly.
My local shop still has some of the original dot mod mechs, but they're still asking. Oh yeah, brand new in the box.
The Petries.
They want like, what do you want for the Petrie? Like $160 still.
I can buy you one dot. This can go to Dotmod America, and I've done this, and buy from Dotmod America, and the postage is $15, and I can buy you one from there cheaper than they've got in that shop.
Like, I get that it's one of the only shops like in my entire state that still carries old stuff and like rebuildables, but the price tag on everything he has is it's up there.
Yeah,
I mean,
the picture
one piece stacked 18650 mechs for $400. Oh yeah.
I hope the gold plating's good on it. Fucking hell, that is no.
Oh, it's taking the piss. It really is.
Taking something.
Yeah.
That's no, well overpriced. That is well overpriced. I think. I bet he doesn't.
You realise it's turning into a vaping show.
I know, it's dangerous, this.
Speaking of which, we might as well go through it. What's everybody vaping on this week?
Oh, for fuck's sake. You have to complicate the issue.
Just because you got 14 setups to go through, Matt, doesn't mean I got to complicate things.
The usual. End of.
Yeah, I'm vaping on that, on the Pure Mac, blackcurrant in there. I'm vaping on that, which is normal. Again, blackcurrant ice in there. I'm vaping on that, which is normal because that's got that my custard in.
What's the tank on that?
The dwarf.
Oh, the dwarf, yeah.
Great tanks,
Oh,
but fuck me, they're expensive. Back on that. Or custard in. And I'm on that. With QP was OG custard from a certain person. That person. And that's me done.
I'm on my usual shit. And Matt loves to hate on it, but I love the Aegis mods. Deal with it. Got the Aromizer V2 and the Blotto Max. And then, of course, on the Plan B collab box with an RDA for vaping B1. And those have my grapes and my mango peach.
I didn't need to know about your medical problems.
Hey, you asked. Not now, but I mean.
That's why he does the show standing up.
Well, no, I got nowhere else to do the show.
Get you one of them donuts to sit on, mate.
Hey, the cream worked, okay? We don't need the donut.
Right, Doppler Reaver, Juggernaut V2 with some Mama Jamma from Fluid in it. Pure Max with Onyx from Fluid. A recent purchase of the Aries Finale on the Target 80 with some key lime cheesecake from Chai Tots. And the Lux XR Max with Candy Stripes from ELFC. That's what I'm on.
So that's the annoying thing about that IPV mod that's held up still at customs. Because that's not arrived, I've also got the Aries Finale on order with them.
Oh, with it?
Yeah. So they're waiting for it to waiting for the IPv mod to come in so they can dispatch both of them at once.
Just
Yeah.
call Ellie on her private number.
I will do. I'll have to do that tomorrow.
About read nothing else.
Thing is, you won't use that the cancel that comes with, will you, Bill?
I won't use the cancel, no, but I've got
No.
some stainless coils that'll go in it.
Put some titanium coils in.
I haven't used titanium since 2014.
You know, I actually saw a copper coil head the other day.
What? Copper?
5 ohm. At least that's what the guy told me it was, but
I don't believe 5 ohm out of a copper coil.
Kind of what I was thinking.
Not unless the coil's about this long.
Well, but I don't know what gauges it was either or how they built it, but it was it's a distillate cartomizer.
I just don't get why you'd build any coil out of copper.
Yeah.
I do. They're very good for heating elements. Mains heating elements.
Yeah.
Yeah, agree, Bill. But what are you going to power a 5 ohm?
I don't have a Mac I don't have a mod that will do it apart from a Mac. And at 5 ohm, you'd be absolutely ripping your batteries apart.
There are still out there who are trying to impress everybody with it, aren't they?
Man, look how many ohms I'm running.
Yeah.
Massive 0.1 ohm.
Well, you got me beat by a little bit there, though.
Turning into the Yeehee Pure Max show, this.
It is a bit, isn't it?
I'm still not buying one. You can't make me.
No.
Only because you can't get hold of one.
No, I can get a hold of one. It's the price of it, which isn't that bad. But then it's getting a hold of replacement pods for it.
I mean, we're paying what, $350 each for the pods.
Yep.
And boy, do they last.
Yeah. They last better than, better than Tyler's coils, the flavour.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but he's still he's still on the Geek Vape coils, isn't he?
Yeah.
What tofu?
No, what tofu coils now? Sorry.
Yeah, he's improved.
I take the mesh, I roll the mesh up, and I stretch it out.
I mean, you could do that with a coil.
Spaced mesh.
Spaced mesh coil.
That reminds me of what were they? The old notch coils.
Yeah.
Oh
God.
They were horrendous.
5 millimeters of crap.
If you remember, they did those. They came with the Wanko RDA.
Yeah, but the first one they came with was the Cylon.
I had to try and say Wanko.
The Wismec Cylon.
Well, there was that, and then
then they put it in the Wismec Themis or whatever they want it.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that I
It was one of J-Bo's
So,
last
SM.
articles.
Oh, you're thinking of the theorem. Pretty
So
sure.
you sat there like that.
Mm,
Yeah, I feel
mm.
oh, nice bit of silica wick. Yes, yeah. Now you're talking.
Mm.
Especially when you get a all these youngsters who just start vaping have not got a clue.
Oh God. Dry hit on silica.
Oh,
And people think mesh coils are bad for a dry hit.
You wonder why vaping didn't work for me years and years ago, because it was silica wick. And I took 3 hits and went, nope.
Well, that was it. I mean, when I started, that was all we had.
Yeah. The first time I tried to quit smoking, which was 2011, 2012. Yeah.
What you want really is the future, Tyler, to be honest with you, is a CE4 kit with silica wicks and totally wicked tobacco.
And run it at 5 watts.
Oh, mate.
See that glow.
The flavour from it is indescribable.
Well, it is describable, but you're not allowed to swear that much.
It's not nice. We can't use words like that. That was the start of vaping.
Mm-hmm.
You
The
can
miracle.
still buy CE4 tanks though.
Yeah.
You can still, because 88 Vape have them in some of their kits, CE4s.
It's a hell of a taste, isn't it, Mark? Indescribable. I would challenge anybody. I would sooner do 400 watt hits than I would vape on like C4 on tobacco.
Oh,
See,
God.
I couldn't imagine even a tobacco, like an actual tobacco flavor anyway. I've gotten
Well,
so far away from that, like flavor profile.
It wasn't really a tobacco flavour. It was more like ashtray that had been left there for a week.
Oh,
Take an ashtray, leave it out for a week,
in the
rinse
rain.
it out, and vape what comes out the ashtray.
Yeah,
Oh God.
I can't imagine why people never like tobacco, really.
No, couldn't possibly come.
No.
I used to have a cigarette to take away the taste.
I think the CE4s were probably the only device, if you had tobacco in it, flavour, was the only thing that actually drive people back to cigarettes. Oh God, totally wicked. They did some awesome flavours. Nobody knew what they were meant to be, but they did some awesome flavours.
I remember putting the 50/50, what was it, rubber and custard, and the TFV8 that I'd bought, and it just pissed out.
It would do.
Yeah, tasted horrible as well, though.
No,
That's before I knew that you needed thicker liquids.
Totally Wicked did a 50/50 range, and I think it was a rebadged hang scent. And it was meant to be lemon and lime. Not that I've ever vaped toilet dog, but it's what in my head toilet dog would have tasted like.
That was Decang that they rebadged.
That was it. It was decaying. Honest to God, it was like the stuff you put down the toilet. It was unbelievable. There was no even sense of like a citrus taste to it. It was just toilet dog.
You'd probably been better vaping toilet duck.
Probably been safer.
Yeah.
It's about as bad as I had a cucumber liquid a few years back. Oh my God. Worst liquid I've ever had.
Well, there's one for you then. Worst liquid you've ever had. And I don't mean ones that Jane has made up for fucking life. For me, I went through a stage of trying to find orange, right? And that was decaying. And this orange, honest, there was no resemblance to an orange in it whatsoever. It just tasted like a perfumed. I don't know. It was just horrible. It was just chemicals.
The canned cola was worse.
Oh, I never tried.
You were looking.
There was one I had, which was a concentrate from Vapors R Us, which was meant to be a mojito. Now, if you've ever been into a public toilet when they've changed the urinal blocks, and the toilet's all been cleaned, and you breathe in that toilet, and you get the hit on the back of your throat of the brand new toilet blocks. It tasted exactly like that. It was, needless to say, that was emptied rather quickly and put something else in.
Yeah.
I was going to say, the canned cola was somewhere between that and your nan's perfume.
Oh, no.
It was like there was that cheesecake recipe that I tried, and no matter how long I let it steep, it tasted like buttered popcorn.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, that's quite mild compared to some of the shit we've vaped over the years.
It was funny because that cucumber one was through when I did Zampo Box years ago. Came in, I'm like, all right, cool. So I I'm going through opening the bottles, and all the 30 mil, smelling them, trying to figure out which one I want to try first. Crack it open. Whoa, you get that hits your nose, hits your throat, hits everything when you smell it. What do? Well, let's get some fresh cotton and a dripper, and we'll drip it, see if it tastes any better than it smells. God, no. I almost got sick. Oh, my God.
If you want one, Mark, that will make you think of a roast dinner, get Jane to give you the one that we did for the live. I know she's still got some of the concentrate. She made up a concentrate that was a roast dinner. Literally,
I remember that.
Potatoes, veg, chicken, gravy, the whole fucking lot. It was fucking horrendous. It was horrendous.
Was it worse than the cheese slice?
No, that cheese slice, that lingered, mate. That lingered.
That tastes like some Fremunda cheese.
The cheese slice had Mike throwing up in the bin.
The funniest one about that was Adam thought he was, and this was Aidan, right? Aidan thought he was because he'd been clever. And he went, and Adam decided, I'm going to vape all of those together, all 5 of them. So he put all 5 together and did it on a regulated mod. I re-wicked my fucking RDA, and I put all 5 of them on top of the mech on a 0.7 build, 007. So, Adam, no, you didn't beat me. You're never going to beat me at games like that. I'll take you on at anything.
Unless there's mushrooms in it.
Unless there's mushrooms. Depends on the mushrooms. Depends on the mushrooms. If they're special mushrooms, I'm all right. But,
well, when your mod turns into a dragon and chases you through the living room, Matt, I don't want to hear it.
Have we got any other subjects? No.
No.
Say, unless anybody in chat has anything about their week they want to bring up.
You know,
I remember that video.
I don't think
I remember the Wet Dreams video.
I don't think that would be as bad because
I don't know, Matt. I heard that one tasted a whole lot like a real bad Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all put together.
Oh. At what point did you have, do you have in your own head, do you go, oh, I know, I'm going to try this? No.
What'd you do, Lisa?
She's been twittering.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got Facebook open. I'm sure she sent me a message on there. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Oh, no, I think that. Mind you, Facebook isn't loading up as normal.
Mm.
I'll catch up with her in a bit. I'll soon find out what's been going on.
Oh no!
You've been upsetting your local MP then, Lisa.
Well, I mean, we pay for the MP, so why the fuck shouldn't we upset them?
Mm.
Right.
Oh.
So William has put the consultation thing in.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt everybody else got over and done it, but it's there if you haven't. Well, it's his job. He gets paid well enough for it. So I'm going to call it a day, guys. So
So it's already been, that was a quick hour and a half anyway.
It was a quick hour and a half, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do our goodbyes, starting with whoever wants to start.
All right, whoever, come on.
Right, okay, I'll go on. Right, thank you everyone for joining us. As we've said, or should I say, as I've said before, this is a safe place. The group is a safe place if anyone wants to discuss anything. Yeah, have a good week. To everyone, hope. Shall I just start that again?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, let's rewind. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. As I've already said, this is a safe place for everyone if they want to vent frustrations. The group is a safe place as well, and the chat that we have on the messenger. Hope everyone has a good week, and I shall pass it on to Tyler.
Thank you, Craig. Well, like every week, guys, thanks for being here. We need you guys here to make a show. If not, well, we're going to be here anyway, so you might as well join in. But yeah, like Craig said, the Facebook group, especially the messenger groups that we've had, started up, that Matt's been nice enough to get going. Guys, join those if you want to talk, if you want to bullshit, if you have something serious you can talk about. That's why we're here. We're trying to be a community, and that's all we can really do. But thanks for being here, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you next week. All right, Bill, say your goodbyes, bud.
Right. Just a big thank you to everybody who's joined in. It's been a quick chat today.
Come on.
I've flitted through a lot of different things, which has been kept it interesting and kept it a bit livelier.
You don't need to do that when I'm on here.
And I hope everybody has a really good week this week. And as has been said. Yes, we
So
have
do
the
your
chat
homework.
on Facebook. It is a safe space and it is monitored. So if you need to vent, just call in there. There's normally one of us about.
Mhm.
If not, we'll get back to you pretty quickly. And over to you, Matt.
Not really much for me to say, guys. Yeah, a bit more of a chill show. Because all the advocacy and stuff is getting a bit much. So needed to do a bit more of a chill show. But we'll carry on with the advocacy stuff as it goes on. We'll let people know what's going on when it's going on and what they can do to help. Yeah, it's always when everybody drops in, says hello. Facebook groups, yeah, and everybody more than welcome. Yeah, be a bit respectful within reason. You know what I'm like. A bit of banter's no harm, but yeah, respectful-ish. So cool. Yeah, if any of you need anything, just drop one of us a bell, and we'll more than happy to talk. Yeah, I think that's it really, to be honest. And yeah, we'll be back next week, no doubt. I'll try and come up with a bit more subjects and see what's going on in the world of vaping or not. Yeah, so look after yourself. I hope everybody has a good rest of what's left of the weekend until work tomorrow. So everybody has a good week coming. Be nice to each other. It always helps. And yeah, that is it from us. And we are out and all done. So see you later, guys. Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.